More new emails released by WikiLeaks show that the director for the Center of American Progress, a woman by the name of Neera Tanden, you may have heard of her before. I did a segment on that before, of how she's not exactly the most impartial person. And you know what? That's okay. She's allowed to have an opinion. She's allowed to believe in whatever candidate she wants. That's fine. Neera Tanden, huge Hillary supporter, man. Huge. Now, these emails, interestingly enough, show that Neera Tanden was concerned about plans to coordinate the Hillary Clinton campaign with a super PAC. Now, FEC law says, hey, you're not supposed to do that. You can have a super PAC, but you can't coordinate with your campaign. That's illegal under the law, under Citizens United. That was supposed to be the firewall to prevent corruption in politics. And to that I say, corruption? That's supposed to stop corruption? Really? It didn't. Because this keeps happening. These super PACs are coordinating with campaigns. And WikiLeaks reveals what we already kind of figured was happening with this whole thing, with these super PACs and these campaigns. Now, in this released email from May, Tanden said that plans for a pro-Clinton super PAC to directly coordinate with the Clinton campaign were, quote, shady and skirting, if not violating the law. So, look, Neera Tanden, she looks at this and she goes, oh man, that's shady. That is violating the law. If we do this, if we coordinate, we know we're breaking FEC rules. Okay. Now, both campaigns, the Hillary Clinton campaign, the Donald Trump campaign, look, they have been breaking these rules. And because of that, the Campaign Legal Center, which is a watchdog, has petitioned, actually not petitioned, they've complained to the FEC and said, hey, wait a minute, we've got these campaigns that are coordinating with their super PACs. You're not supposed to do this. All right. So, because it's been so rampant. Now, what are they going to do about it? Well, I'll get to that later. But first, let me give you the email chain here from WikiLeaks. Now, the chain is dated May 13th of 2015, and it begins with Judd Legum. Now, Judd Legum is editor of CIP's Think Progress blog. Now, look, I like some of the work that Think Progress does, right? I've used them as a source, and so seeing him on there, kind of disheartening, especially when talking about this, since one of the subjects that they talk about on the blog is corruption, money in politics, reversing Citizens United. So it kind of disheartens me to see that he's involved with this as well. Now, Judd Legum sends Tanden a Washington Post article about the coordination scheme concocted by Correct the Record, which Correct the Record, of course, is run by David Brock. Now, David Brock, he is used to running dirty campaigns. He ran a huge smear campaign against Hillary Clinton in the past. Now he's a Clinton disciple. Loves Hillary Clinton and created the super PAC Correct the Record. Now, Correct the Record has raised almost $10 million in this cycle from sources to try to, quote, defend Hillary Clinton from baseless attacks. Okay. Well, enough on that. Now, the Post article described how Correct the Record planned to make use of a 2006 Federal Election Commission's regulation aimed at making sure uncompensated bloggers, i.e. people who are not paid, felt free to coordinate with political campaigns. Well, if you're an unpaid blogger, you can coordinate with a campaign because it's not a conflict of interest. Okay. Now, according to Correct the Record, they would try to game this somehow, find some sort of loophole that will allow paid staff to directly coordinate with the Hillary Clinton campaign. Now, Legum wrote to Tanden, quote, this makes zero sense to me. This whole scheme. Tanden then forwarded Legum's article to John Podesta, adding her own comment of, quote, this does seem shady. Well, you're absolutely right on that. Podesta replied, Brock money machine. Tanden responded, that's fine, But skirting, if not violating law, does not help her, in my honest opinion. So, there's that. Look, most of these WikiLeaks emails are pretty damaging to the Clinton campaign, and they cast Neera Tanden, they cast the rest of these people in a very negative light. Especially the stuff about Bernie Sanders during the primary. I read some of these emails, and it's like, Jesus Christ, man. We know they're stacked against Bernie Sanders, and that pisses me off. I was a Bernie Sanders supporter, still am. Now, this one, they're saying, man, this is bad. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe this is a bad thing. I know we support Hillary Clinton. I know we want her to win, but we shouldn't do this by skirting the law. This looks bad. Now, these people are Clinton surrogates, 100% who are on board the Hillary Clinton hype train, right? They're with her, and they're still saying, hey, dude, this is shady. Even this, I don't know if we want to go this far. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Now, is the correct record, are they coordinating with the Clinton campaign? Yes, they are. Other WikiLeaks emails have confirmed that that they are coordinating with each other against the law. So, where's my proof? Well, The Intercept explains that Correct the Record has reportedly given Clinton surrogates media training and hired consultants to book television appearances, deployed trackers to follow Clinton primary opponents, and conducted opposition research, as well as other things that are not listed. Now, after reading the email exchange, Lawrence Noble, general counsel of the Campaign Legal Center, said, quote, "We not only agree that it's shady, we think Correct the Record coordinating with the campaign is illegal. That's why we have filed that complaint with the FEC. Now, what do I think about this? I think, of course, it's illegal. It should be investigated. Now, sadly, I don't believe it will be. Now, here's my reasoning on that. As I've reported before, the FEC is basically broken. They have eternal deadlock. Here's the makeup of the FEC board. They've got 6 members, right? 3 of them are appointed Republicans, 3 of them are appointed Democrats. Now, the Republicans that were appointed, they don't even want to talk to the other side. They can't agree on lunch, on what they want. So they're made up of people who essentially don't care about campaign finance law. They don't want campaign finance law. They think that money is speech, corporations are people, and money should be basically, there's no limits on what you can spend money for when it comes to politics. So they're not going to agree at any kind of limitations. So basically they say, look, we don't believe that there should be rules. So we're not going to enforce the ones that we have. That's why it's broken. They're not going to enforce any campaign laws because they don't believe in them. So the one thing that will stop this situation is not voting for Donald Trump or waiting for the FEC to actually do something about it. No, according to the same watchdog group, Trump's campaign is also coordinating with their super PAC. Well, if Hillary Clinton can get away with it, so can Donald Trump. I think that in 100% of circumstances, it's wrong. Both campaigns are wrong. They're both breaking the law. Now, no. Electing someone else, it's not going to work. Okay? No. What will work? A constitutional amendment to overturn Citizens United. Basically ending the ability for super PACs to even exist. That would eliminate this problem. No super PACs, well, it means you can't coordinate with them. That makes sense. It's sensible, right? Now, I'm not saying that overturning Citizens United would solve all of our problems. Of course not, right? But on this one, it will. Now, as for this, look, these people in the Clinton campaign, they knew that this was wrong. But the campaign went ahead and did it anyway. Now, that's a huge, huge, huge problem. And look, they're going along with it because, hey, well, we want Hillary to win. We're going to do anything we can to polish this turd and push it forward and hope that everybody, votes for it. Because look what's on the other side. You've got turd sandwich versus giant douche, to quote South Park. And look, if this is true, I mean, it is true. These emails are true. this is not going to help Hillary Clinton. It's just not. I mean, it's going to hurt her long after this election is over, depending on who wins. Now, one question that I have to ask, John Podesta, Neera Tanden, all those people in the Clinton campaign that are allowing this to happen despite their own reservations, I have to ask, after all this election stuff is said and done, was it worth it? Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent, non-corporate media, go to our Patreon page and become a patron. Patreon.com/TYTNation.